The Red Sox could be on the verge of something huge, walking into the biggest series of this MLB season against a lifetime rival in the New York Yankees. I'm here to break down how the most recent performance from the Red Sox, which ended in a walk-off win from Cedar Rafaela with the shortest home run in history, could propel this Red Sox team through the biggest series yet of this MLB season. We'll break down all of that on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, as nearly 90% of you guys watching this video are not currently subscribed to the channel. We do appreciate the love and support, so thank you guys. But now let's get to it and break down really just how important this series is going to be for the Boston Red Sox. Now, if you missed the last game the Red Sox did play in, it was at home, it was in Fenway, and it was an absolute shootout against a mediocre team in the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the overall pitching performance from the Red Sox was not great in this final game of the series against the Angels, and it ended up being legitimately a shootout. Now, it ended 11-9, and the Red Sox were down early in this game after Lucas Giolito gave up 4 runs in the top of the first inning, and it just seemed like this game was going to be a position player on the mound in the 6th inning for the Red Sox. The game was a wash, and all hell was breaking loose. And it didn't end that way, as the Red Sox quickly bounced back in the bottom of the first inning and quickly retook the lead in surprising fashion, putting up 5 runs of their own to overtake the Angels, again, just in the first inning. From this point forward, it was a bit chaotic. The Angels would not stop scoring. The Red Sox would stall out just a little bit before adding some more runs and closing the gap. The game would continue. It was up and down. It didn't feel like anyone the Red Sox could put in on the mound was going to be able to get the job done, because the Angels were just, it was a beach ball coming down towards the plate. That's what they were seeing, regardless of whether it was a lefty on the mound, a righty, a middle reliever, a high leverage reliever, a closer, a start. It didn't matter. The Angels were hitting the baseball very well, and the Red Sox were able to sit right there with them and compete. They were able to get to Tyler Anderson. They were able to get around the bases and move around the base paths and score some runs and be competitive with this Angels team, despite forfeiting so many runs early in this game and being down for the majority of it. Going into the 9th inning, the Red Sox were able to throw up a scoreless inning against the Angels, which is great and a rarity in this game. But then in the bottom of the 9th, down 1 run, Cedar Rafaela hit the shortest home run in history. And yes, this game, it was hard to say that this is a bright point for the Red Sox because of the ending fashion, how things really went for the Red Sox through the entirety of this game. But after this swing from Cedar Rafaela, in a very surprising fashion, it seemed like there was a bit of a spark that was lit to the Red Sox. Now, I'm not saying this, despite being where they currently are in the rankings, in the sense of overall in the AL East, as well as the AL as a whole. Yes, there is a lot of ground still to make up, and it's not considered early anymore in the MLB season, but there is still enough time before even the All-Star break or the trade deadline where this Red Sox team, with it all starting today against this New York Yankees team in what is going to be the biggest series up to this point in the year for the Red Sox, not only in the sense of who they're playing and the magnitude in which of the matchup in between the Yankees and the Red Sox, but also it's the Yankees and the Red Sox. This means more, regardless of whether or not both teams are 5-50 through 55 games. It always means more. And going into this game with the Red Sox having a lot to prove and coming off this swing, which I'm going to play for you now from Cedar Rafaela, they could just continue to roll. They could continue to lean on the offense, which they're going to have to, because the bullpen, as well as just the overall arms that are coming from this Red Sox team, have been very below par. Everyone outside of just Crochet and a little bit of Buehler, again, at times, it's been very spotty, and Aroldis Chapman, things really just have not worked for this pitching staff in Boston. So, quickly, here's Cedar's home run. That came in the most unlikely fashion, as everyone assumed this was just another foul ball in the count. So, here's that walk-off win against the Angels.
And a fly down the right field line. That one heading toward the stands, and that's going to be a fair ball. And that ball is gone. It's out of here. He tucked it in there, and he walks it off. Cedar Rafaela with a home run.
Quickly, just one more time.
And a fly down the right field line. That one heading toward the stands, and that's going.
Down the line and fair for Ceddanne Rafaela, something that we are not accustomed to seeing in the sense that it barely snuck out. Yes, Ceddanne has hit for pop at times this year, but this was surprising in the sense that he went down the right field line. He went oppo of what obviously being a right-handed batter, and he just snuck it out. And again, baseball, where's the right here? This account is awesome on Twitter if you guys not follow them already. It's the home run report. They break down every home run. There's a little graphic and it's a few seconds long. It shows you the projections of the home run with distance, exit velocity as well, everything else, exit angle, whatever it may be. And it's awesome. And again, this is a unicorn of a home run. If you don't know what that means, it only goes out in this home run. It only leaves in Boston, and it was well needed. It was well needed for the Sox as they needed to beat the Los Angeles Angels going into a massive series against the New York Yankees. Now, these games will take place in New York, this first 3-game series, before coming back home and playing the Tampa Bay Rays, before then hosting the New York Yankees once again. For the second time in 3 series, the Boston Red Sox will be playing the New York Yankees. And again, these games mean more. We all know that. We all know the history of the Red Sox and the Yankees. It is historic. It's gone on for decades, centuries at this point. These games mean more. They mean more not only in the standings, but to the clubhouse, to the organizations. They want to win these games. They want them to be competitive. They want them to be chippy, and they always want to beat the opposing team, whether you're a Yankee or you're a Red Sox. It's going to be an exciting series, and I think this could be really the start that the Red Sox need. And when I say start, I know, yes, we are already so far into the series, or already so far into the season, it's too late to just say it's time to start. But it's time to just flip the switch and restart because of the injuries to Bregman, the injuries to Casas, all of the drama that has been surrounding, whether it's doing with prospects or current MLB players. You can fill in the blank for whatever drama you'd like to discuss in this conversation, but the idea is the same. To get past that, to win games as a ball club and do it as a team in a collective effort means a lot. Now, going into the series against the Yankees, it's going to take a lot, and Jeff Passan on the Section 10 podcast went on to discuss how he still believes in the Red Sox for all the reasons we've really discussed on this video. And it's really just reassuring and gives you an idea of what you could believe in and really put hope behind in this Red Sox team. It's the offense. It's the hope that they can go out there and continue to be competitive against these big name teams and beat up on the mediocre ones and go out there and steal wins. And before the All-Star break, get to at least 500, if not just a few games above it, and be competitive through the end of the All-Star break. Not a team you want to sell on now, and you want to continue to watch them as they are going to be competitive, whether they pull up Roman or not, whether or not Bregman comes back in 5 days or in 15 or in 5 weeks. This Red Sox team is going to be competitive every single game, regardless of whether or not they should be. And again, we all know they damn well should be because of the collection of talent they have assembled on this roster. They have an opportunity to go out there and be competitive. And these next 9 games for the Red Sox are going to be daunting, but they are going to be vastly important, playing the number 1 and 2 seed in the AL East division that they find themselves currently ranked 4th in. They need to make up some ground. They need to play some good winning baseball against good competitive teams, which they have lined up. Go out there and play good ball and win some competitive ball games and really reset the tone in Boston right now behind your ball club. Let me know down below what your series prediction is, at least for the first 3-game series in New York for this Red Sox team. And then, if you want, let me know your overall opinion on what the Red Sox are going to look like through their next 9 games against, again, 9 games in division against the Rays and the New York Yankees. Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Red Sox Digest.